Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Warrior Goddess Tarot. Thank you for being here. We're going to go ahead and so much is going on, but we're going to see what's going on in the energy wise. And then we'll talk about it as we go. So, first of all, what I would like to do is say thank you for all the likes and subscribes and comments that y'all have been doing. I have some soaps and some sugar scrub and some lotions that I've personally made. Everything is made with love, divine love. I haven't posted them in my Etsy shop at this time because I've been doing some outer work on my house. And I got a lot of it done in the last 2 days, but the more work I do with my hand, the worse it gets. So yeah, now I have more time to work on me, and life is fixing to start changing for me as well. So, on that note, I call in my higher selves and my angels and my gods, and anyone who would like to come in, and my angels who would like to come in and help with this reading, please do so at this time. We thank you for coming here. We appreciate you being here with us. And we release my ego at this time and allow the spirit to come through and speak as it is written. Okay, first of all, we're gonna see what's going. What God would help the divine masculines at this time? What energy for the gods can we do at this time? I've already shuffled the cards and everything, so I will get to everything as I go. There's a lot to say, but there's also a lot going on. So what God and Titan, what God would help the masculines at this time? What message does the gods have for the divine masculines at this time that they could call upon for help? Okay, the cards don't want to move like they were earlier. They're so big, and I have big hands, so. What's been going on, let's see, is stagnant energy. What's been going on since the new moon in Capricorn last week? Okay, let's get there. Okay, stagnant energy. Stagnant energy is nothing. It's just that we just need to move it around. Like, start cleaning your house like a spring cleaning type thing. Start listening to music. Start doing your mind, body, and soul dance. Like that. Stagnant energy just means that a lot of stuff may be coming up that, like, in the past. The past may come up and you be like, and you have to clear it out. It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing or a good thing. It just means that you need to recognize it and move it out its way. And the quickest way to do that is to say, okay, I recognize you, thank you. I wish you nothing but the best. Mine is, it's been happening for me for a relationship. Like, something will come through and it'll see if it's like murky waters, I guess. It's not a bad thing. It's not bad. It's just, we got to clear it out. And stagnant energy is all I can come up with at this time. But what it is more or less, it's coming in. Okay, here's an example. I can only go by mine. What's coming in is, say, you might all of a sudden, out of the blue, think of somebody from like 30 years ago. That doesn't mean that you have anything to deal with it, but the best thing to do at this time, and you haven't thought of it, and all of a sudden a pop thoughts, all of a sudden you're like, why am I thinking of this person or something? And all you have to do at that time and moment is say, I wish them nothing but the best. That's if it is a person, place, or thing. I wish it nothing but the best, and it'll go. And poof, it's gone. And that's what, since the new moon, that's what these are some of the things that you're clearing out. You've already done the work, and it's just stagnant. So, as it's just stagnant energy that doesn't no longer need to be there. You see what I'm saying? As within, and so that's what I've done there. So this week, I'm doing as without, and I'm redoing my house. I finally got my spiritual room up and running, but I still have a little bit more to go. But today has been a very lazy day. After yesterday's 11-1, 1-11 or whatever, the energies were profound and have been profound. So if you just need to rest, then rest. Don't make yourself miserable because you got stuff to do. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. So some of the stagnant energy, muddy waters are coming up. Just to, move it out the way like a leaf floating on the water. You pick it up and you move it. That's all. It's not detrimental or anything. It's just clearing it out for more good stuff to come through. So divine masculine energy. What God and Titan do we need at this time, Spirit? Give us a card at this time to help the divine masculine. Where are they at? Okay. So those are things, but we are coming into a full next weekend. Yeah, next weekend when we hit the full moon in Leo, that'll be, we had the partial solar eclipse, that'll be the lunar eclipse, and that'll be the ending of the Leos in full moons. That'll be like, because last year we started the cycle of it'll be the total lunar eclipse the following Monday, but that'll be the completion of all the eclipses for Leo. Then we'll switch into something else. I hope that makes sense. So we started the journey 18 months ago, clearing and cleaning. And with Leos, it's about pride. And so that's why self-love has been so important in the last year or so. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to shift gears now. We just did the new moon in Capricorn Saturday. So we're moving and we're integrating now. It's been a week. Okay, I'm a little late. Let's see what else is going on. So much going on. Okay, Spirit, Divine Masculine. Okay, I'll take that. Okay. The Green Man, Abundance. Ooh, who doesn't like the Green Man? Let's go ahead and see what the God and Goddess Sirens is for the Divine Feminine. Let's pull out some Divine Feminine cards, please, for the Divine Feminine at this time. What spirit can she be doing? What spirit can we call upon? What the hell? Okay. What God can we call upon? Divine Feminine, the Goddess. Okay. Persephone, Cycles. Ooh, she's powerful. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but we don't care. Okay, put that right there. So for the Divine Masculine, the Green Man, Abundance. See what he... Well, I know what the Green Man is, and that's like springtime renewal of abundance. Prosperity and growth. These are so pretty. It's about prosperity and growth and bursting forth. Any seed you plant now will flourish. And right now with the Divine Masculines, they're also changing. They're also, and it's not just the Masculines, it's everybody, the collective. But for the Divine Masculine right now, he may have to be planting some seeds. You know, he's been planting seeds. He's going to have to face, we've got, let me see. Also release a karmic has been going on for the last couple of weeks as well. Things that have come up, you need to, stagnant energy, you need to move it around. Karmic relationships, karmic things that you put out there and put back in. But right now, if the Divine Masculines were to plant new seeds, that they would become abundant. That's what I'm getting. And then, it's a renewal flowing through his it's a renewal of faith. The shadow side of the Green Man also signals a feel of unstoppable exuberance. This itself is pleasure, but sometimes we cannot stop. It is a wild and sometimes dark energy. In his dark aspect, the Green Man is a trickster or the dark lord of all he surveys. Step into the most untamed forest or the thick bush and you'll still fear all that. We don't want to read that. See, the green man is related to the horned god and is often represented as the representative of the masculine, of the divine masculine, the gods. Well, that makes sense. Right now, the divine masculines are going from birth, death, rebirth. And that's where, with the rebirth of the new year, the new moon, we're rebirthing different things like self-love. And I think the divine masculines are going through that. They're seeing things differently because the divine feminine has done her work. So we're going to go over here. There's a lot going on with this card. But they said to come back to it in just a minute to finish it up. Persephone. She's an amazing. She goes above earth for like half a year and then comes back down in the dark for the other half. She does her cycles and we're in cycles. The divine feminine is in cycles right now. We've went into the dark. Now we go to the light. If I'm not mistaken, let me see if I can find her book so I can. And then again, maybe I won't be able to find it. Well, whatever. If I'm not mistaken, Persephone, she's the goddess she goes underground in the dark time. And I think it had to do with, good Lord, I can't remember. I bet she has it. I don't know where that book is. But if I'm not mistaken, she's the one that goes in. She comes above earth for a period of time. And then she goes back in the underground world. Because if I'm not mistaken, she was in love and something happened. But we're changing cycles right now. For the divine feminine, it doesn't matter. It's about cycles at this time. And I know for a fact that we're changing cycles because we've gone from self-love to nurturing to doing all of those things. But the cycle that we're in now is we're rising above it and we're going for our own purpose, for our own journey, for our own things. We have let go of so much that all we have left is a cup full of love. But one thing that I have noticed is that when you open your heart, you have to keep it open. You need to quit closing it and open it, closing it and open it, closing it and open it. Not that y'all have that problem, but I do. It's all about that. But it's about a cycle. And like a week ago, I had to call upon my divine masculine to come look at my brakes because they were stinking and I had them changed and blah, blah, blah. Well, he came over and then there was a lot said, but he had to run away like always, chicken shit. But whatever. The point is that he hasn't changed and he hasn't seen where his faults are. He may do it on the inside. The divine masculines, they are also switching their roles of self-love. They are the karmic patterns are coming. Maybe the karmic pattern is that we let it go, let the past go. I do not know at all. But I know that I have new boundaries. I have a new cycle of where I'm at, of what I'm doing. I'm going for my purpose. I'm a divine feminine who understands that you're going to have to raise your vibration to meet me now. Now, he may have had it and he just has it buried. I do not know. But I also know that I'm not going to deal with his bull crap or bullshit. So besides all that, we're going through cycles and they're going for abundance. So on that note, let's go and see what cards we can do. Let's go ahead and get some divine masculine cards. Seriously. I get all mixed up. Divine masculine energy at this time to go with this abundance. Let's get a few cards for that. Seriously. I'm at the point now I'm about to mix these two together. Okay, Spirit, let's go ahead and get the Divine Masculines out of the way. See what's going on with the Divine Masculine. What are they not talking about? What are they thinking? You know, stuff like that. What do they want to tell the Divine Feminine? Stuff like that. What is going on? Okay, stuff like that. Mine. Let's get a few more cards and see what we got going on. Okay, we're just going to pull all these cards. The Divine Masculine, what is really going on with them at this time? Now, there's going to be several, you know, right now the overall energy for them is abundance, you know, for the Green Man. So, it could be, what I'm seeing is, we got disappointment here. Okay, there's disappointment, Mary. Then we got collision. That's the flame. That's beautiful. We got collision, and then we got night vision. So, with all of that, I believe that it's, the Divine Masculines are moving into more of a self-love, to more of changing who they are, changing their dynamic situation, because what is going on for a lot of people, now this takes time depending on where you're at on your vibrational level, where you're at on your journey, where you're at in as a whole. So, for some, the disappointment is there. They know. You cannot sit there and tell me that a man does not know how he has hurt a woman. And when you do talk to your masculine, you portray that, and so he runs away because he doesn't want to have to face it. But that's his problem. You know what I'm saying? That's on him. I can't do all the healing work myself. But what I'm getting is, it's colliding who you are to him, the love, the nurturing, it doesn't matter, but karmic situations are ending. They've been in the process, but it's now as a collective. Either, and remember, he still has a choice. You know, he knows, and you can't tell me they don't know, because I know that they know, but he will hide who he really is because he hasn't stepped up to face himself at this time. But what I'm seeing is that with the energies, that the Divine is doing it for them, because what you get under this collision of love is you get Divine healing. So the Divine is going to step in at this time and start healing those wounds. Like I said, stagnant energy, stagnation, things are coming up. Some people are saying that, you know, I would have thought he was my Divine Masculine, but I see now that he may not be able to fulfill that role at this time. And so you open your heart, but you close your heart, you open your heart, you close your heart. But the Divine Masculines, these Divine Masculines, these energies, he is coming into, he is starting to see in the dark. He's starting to see the light in the dark. He has been in the dark. He knows there is nothing, and things are being eliminated for him. There's wisdom. There's wisdom coming to him from other people. the divine is stepping in and healing. It's helping them heal it. They're making plans. Planning. This is Two of Flames. But the planning is also part of the healing, part of how to step into his own power, how to become the masculine, how to become the man that you need him to be. If he's going to step at you, he's going to have to come hard. Because who you are, because the divine feminine, she's already got her power. She's already the goddess of all things. She understands. She's raised up so high that she needs him to... It's like he's starting to plan, and here we got a union card of love, of union. You know, he has to be the protector. The divine masculine has to protect who you are. And I think a lot of them keep you hidden from them because they don't want no one to know about you. But they can't keep you. They think they're keeping you hidden, but everyone knows if it... He thinks he's protecting you. The divine masculine thinks he's protecting you by not being there for you. He thinks if he leaves that you'll be okay. He thinks that he feels he doesn't know. He believes that if he leaves you alone, you'll be fine. But he doesn't understand that we are one. We are fine with him, and we are fine without him. But I think that's why I believe that's why the masculines have done this. The crap that they've done is they believe that they're protecting you. Now, and I'm not saying all of them. Some of them are just skanky motherfuckers. Oh, my bad. But overall, deep down, I believe that they taught you how to mirror yourself. They taught you how to heal yourself. They taught you how to... They mirrored you on what you needed to learn. Every time you see them, you've changed on the inside. Every time you... Like, I don't know about y'all, but I keep seeing my divine masculine all last week everywhere. A picture will show up. His name will show up. And this and that. And I'm like, really? Oh, my God, leave me alone. That's what I said. So I sent him a picture. I said, if I got to see you, you got to. If I got to deal with it, you got to do it. Maybe, you know, saying that leave her alone, spirit, will work. Because I don't know what else to do. I love my masculine. My heart grows every time I talk to him, but he doesn't reciprocate that back. And I've realized that I have a boundary there that I can't keep continuing to give him something that he can't. It's about giving and receiving. We've already went down that road of loss. Why would I continue to keep going down that road if you're not even coming at me? Divine healing. That's the collision that I'm talking about. That's the collision I see in the divine masculine, the disappointment. He knows he's not ready for you, so he hasn't come. I'm not saying this is for all divine masculines, but I'm saying that for right now, this is what I'm getting. There is union coming in. The independence, he's planning on being independent. He's seeing the dark. He understands he needs to be your protector. He believes right now divine healing is stepping in. The spirit world is stepping in and starting to teach him how to heal himself. He's taking the steps to heal. He's taking the steps. He's talking about the healing comes with self-love. He's in that process where he's starting to self-love. He can feel his divine feminine. He knows that where she's at spiritually and growth-wise, he can sense her. He knows her. And he knows that he has been a disappointment to you. He knows that it doesn't mean that it's just that's how I refer it. But right now there's things going on in the higher realms that are helping him heal this stuff. And that's where the stagnant energy comes in as of right now. There's a lot of little healings and big healings going on. So with that note, we're going to go ahead and see what energy in these cycles is the divine feminine going through. So I believe that he's in the process. It's all started out, he's disappointed, he's getting wisdom. He is learning to be wise within himself. He's planning on love. He understands the union, but first he's got to have the union within himself. And I believe that's where he's coming in. As a protector, he has to be grounded enough to be able to come to you and to offer you something. He can't offer what he doesn't have, and we don't want that anyway. We don't want emptiness. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I said that right, but it's the best way I can describe it. And everybody is on a different journey. Everybody is on a different playing field. Everyone is on a different vibration. This may resonate with you last week. It may not resonate with you this week, but it gives you an understanding and a perspective of what is going on right now. Give or take a few days. And right now, what I'm seeing is it's a 3-day turnaround. 3 days in the past or 3 days. But you end up getting there eventually. You end up understanding, seeing it in a different perspective. In a divine masculine perspective of what he is going through right now. Or will be going through. Or has been going through. One or the other. Okay, Divine Feminine Spirit. Let's go ahead and see what Divine Feminine is talking about. What's going on with her right now? Yes, okay. Okay, Spirit, calm down. We got plenty of time. Divine Feminine energy, please. Spirit, go ahead and tell us what cycles we are working on at this time. What cycles are going on for the Divine Feminine? Bella, hush. Ooh. Oh. Badass. That's what I'm talking about. Badass queen. I knew that card was coming up. I just knew it. Okay. What other stuff is going on with the Divine Feminines that we need to discuss today? I'm not taking all of these. I'll take one. That bottom one. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, mimosa. Oh, that says mirrors. Uh-oh. Some of y'all are being a little bad, ain't y'all? Okay, that one fell out. Alright. Thank you, Spirit, for this freaking message. Okay, what I'm seeing for the Divine Feminine at this time? It said cycle. She ain't lying. When you know, if I'm not mistaken, that's her. She's the goddess of night and dark, pretty much. From a love or whatever. I know the story, I just can't think of it. First of all, we got Little Badass. Tell me that ain't badass. The Divine Feminines right now in spirit world is badass. We got some that are investing and they're starting planting their seeds. Like the green man, here we go. We got that. Then we got past love. And that's what I was talking about things that may be coming up. Right? Okay. For the under the badass, we got a messenger. Okay. Messenger and the 3. We got a lot of mirroring on this. Good times. Which I don't know what they want with that. I'll have to get back with that. We got burdens, trickery, and earth. And then we got past love, defending, and suspension. Y'all women are going crazy. Okay. Well, with the goddess of Persephone and the cycles that were going on right now is a lot of the divine feminines. Let me get this girl. The bird. Woo. Let me see how. You've stepped into your goddess power. You're already there. But this time now, what is going on is you're the messenger for some. You're going to start seeing things differently. You're going to start seeing the cycles of what's going on within yourself. You're going to start getting some messages. The angels are speaking to you in message wise. Somebody's going to talk to you. There's something that's going to happen for you is what I'm saying. What I'm seeing. And the message is going to come across as love. And it's going to be of love. It's going to be something you may have been excited for. The good times are coming for you. You're having a great time with where you are in your badassery. The messages that you share with other people. I'm getting that it's just a simple message. It's like maybe you're gonna get some good news. Some of you may be becoming pregnant. Some of you've had a good time and you got pregnant. You see what I'm saying? And stuff like that. I'm seeing that this is going to be something good. Badass does not mean that there's anything wrong. You've just stepped into your power. You understand who you are. You have loved yourself enough to know that your boundaries, they're there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And red flags, they're there for a reason, because what I'm learning now is if you lower your if say you start a relationship with somebody, this is all I'm getting, y'all. If you start a relationship with somebody and you start seeing red flags, but you ignore them because you see the good in that person, guess what? You're going to feel that pain later on, because the red flags were there to tell you to stop, because that road is not good. So, and you go back to think about it, and I'm like, at the beginning, and just because I've seen the good in somebody does not mean that they're worthy. I'm sorry, I'm not. And that's where your badass message comes in. That's why you're on fleek, or whatever the word is. You can check it at the door and leave it there, because now you know what the price is going to cost you to go past that red flag. Have you done that? Remember that you can't go past the red flag, because if you're on this divine journey, you've also known that the red flags were there and you still continue to go down that journey. You have to distinguish what it is and what isn't. Why am I single? It's because I see too many damn red flags, and I know the cost of what it's going to cost me if I go past that red flag. That's what I'm saying by badass. You already know. And there's nothing that anyone can do to change that. You give them a message. Look, dude, you flirt too much with other girls. I can't deal with that. See ya, don't want to be ya. And that's where your badassness comes in. Yes, I know you miss me, because who does not? You know what I'm saying? That's where your badass, that's where your divine feminine is coming in at this time. She knows. She sees. She is on fire. And you're having a good time with it. And you don't care, because it's you've already felt, you're coming out. But this time when you come out, you're going to come out with it with a message. When your badassness comes out, it's coming out with a message, and it'll be what somebody needs to hear. And this time you'll be able to do, instead of an attitude, you'll be able to do it with love. You'll be able to give them the message of your badass. Yeah? Okay, of your badass, you're going to be able to give the message, and it's going to be of love. It's going to be because you've already seen you've already seen it. You've seen the good times, and the good times only last so long. But this time, as you raise your vibration, you're able to see things differently. You're able to clear. You've done so much on yourself that you have every right to be a goddess. So when you start giving your messages, because you've experienced it, now if somebody comes at you with something, you'll be like, you listen to what your intuition is telling you, you sit on it and you see, you observe, and you're like, too many red flags, I can't deal with that. See ya. And it doesn't matter what you see in that person. If there's red flags, then don't go down that road. And you're going to be able to give that message to someone because they're going to need to hear it. And that's what I'm getting, that some of you Divine Feminine, it doesn't matter who you are, we've all been past that. Okay, so now we're doing an investment. Some of us are going for a purpose. We're investing in our new future, our new life. We have planted the seed of abundance. We've planted the seed of so many things that we are nurturing it to grow. We have released the burdens. Like what I was saying earlier, there's stuff that's coming across you right now that it used to be a burden, and I'm thinking that it just needs to go. And that's where we're at right now. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, everyone is the collective right now, and we're in stagnant energy, and we need to start moving that energy around within ourselves. As within, so without. And some of it do not let it be a burden to you. And right now, when you start investing in yourself, you think that it's not going to pan out. Don't talk to yourself like that. I have to catch myself. I have to know that what I'm doing is for the greater good. Okay? Trickery. Now, there's some things that what I've been getting a lot of lately is you pay attention who you follow. Pay attention where you believe. There's a lot of trickstery going on in the divine community, where people are trying to tap into what is and what is not. Follow your intuition, follow your own heart, follow your own soul. It knows the way. Okay? A lot of people are saying things, and you'll get a discerning spirit whether or not you need to listen to it or not. And right now, light language. A lot of people are coming in light language, and some people are really just not really saying anything. They just get one sentence from somebody and repeat it over and over and over again. I haven't found that, but that's what I heard. But I do not know. I think light language is beautiful. And if you want to hear something beautiful, there's a lady, her name is Paige Ellis. She's amazing. She doesn't have many followers, but I always listen to her. She is such she does them for divine, just for the divine unions, or the twin flame, we'll just call it divine union. But she does them, and she's really good at it, and I just love the way she talks. I'm like, you need to do meditation. I can fall asleep every time. I don't even ever know what she says, but stuff like that. And we all know that there's trickery in this world, and there's always something just not right. And when it's just not right, it ain't right. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, or it either is or it isn't. But a lot of the Divine Feminine right now are going through past love. We're going through that. We're defending people. Oh my God, you guys, quit doing that. Suspension. Okay, let's see. We got your suspicions, suspicious, suspension. I don't know what that word is. Oh, Lord. It's a 3, though. We got another 3 right here. We got a 7, too. And a 7 here. And a 7 here. So we got lots of 7s and 3s here. But we got the past love. Some of us, like I said earlier, we're going through that stagnant energy. You're going through that, and it's about a past love. It could be your divine masculine. You could have let go of that and realized that that he may or may not, and it's your choice what you choose to do with it. As you move into your purpose, as you move on with your life, this will just be that, a past love. But it'll also teach you to see the red flags. Pay attention to them as you go through life. If it doesn't fit, it's not going to. You can't force it. And a lot of are switching roles and we're going into the divine unions. The divine masculines, a lot of them are getting divine healing. But we're also seeing, and what I'm getting, the divine feminine, some of you maybe, somebody may be playing games with you. You may think it's your divine masculine, but I'm seeing that it may have been a trick for you. It may have not been, it may have been a Cadillac twin. It could be that as well. And that is okay. You could have somebody coming in trying to be your friend and they're really not your friend. You know what I'm saying? And they become a burden for you. My favorite thing is what I tell people: when you lower your standards, to meet them, you're going to feel the pain. That's the burden of life. The trickery. That's the lower density. Does that make sense? The lower vibration. And that's where all these people line up. But as you've raised your vibration, those people, and you've let go of a lot of that, but sometimes it may still try to come into your world. You have your own world. You've created your own world. You've created a new space, a new growth. And that's what you've invested in yourself. You've invested in moving forward. You've invested in all of this. And in your world, what are you going to allow in and what are you going to let go of? And what I'm seeing is a lot of past loves may be coming in to you as well. And it may just be because they need to complete the circle of the loop of you in your life. They need to complete that as well. And they need to do that as well. And that's fine. It does not matter. As long as you're moving forward. And you got to remember, if you lower your vibration, you're going to feel the pain of that when it breaks up. You're going to feel that pain. So do not lower your vibration to meet this bullshit, because that becomes a burden. And it is true. Whatever anybody says, it is true. You can't do that. You've worked too hard to get where you are today, to allow a burden to come into your world. You have to catch it before it gets there. And you'll see it now, because you've grown and you've healed from so much that you can't help but see it. Okay, the Divine Mystic Moon Oracle. What does the Divine Masculine have to say right? Okay, just move in right there. Okay, let's get a couple of cards here. And that's what's going on. It's probably going to be a long video because I haven't talked to y'all. Shit. Now I got to get down. Oh my gosh. Can't y'all not fall on the floor? Let's see what they say. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We got these, that, and that. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead. All right. Okay. We got a conclusions, patience, admired, and stuck. Let's see here. I think the Divine Masculines that are in the karmic situation feels like they're stuck. And even the karmic at that time feels like they're stuck with that person as well. They're being admired for some things that they are doing. They're admiring. Look at the freedom and how she's looking up. And how she's starting to see the three. The three is the consciousness of the divine, of the universe. There's three, right? Right. Okay, got that? I can't explain it. Conclusions of love. As the Divine Masculines, they're starting. I'm saying that some of these Divine Masculines are The stagnant energy that a lot of divine feminines are feeling is, I feel that it's because of the divine masculines are stuck. They're stuck where they're at. They've made choices that just weren't suitable, but they're trying to deal with it. But I believe that they've ran out of patience, and I believe they're admiring the strength that the divine feminine is having, the beauty that she's creating, the life that she has. See how she's free, and that's what he wants too. Trust me, he loves you enough that he watches you. They act like they don't, but they do. You can't sit there and tell me that, okay? But I think he feels that he's stuck in the situation that he put himself in. And he admires what you're doing. He admires your ability to move forward. He admires your strength. And he knows he's hurt you. He knows this without a doubt. The conclusion is he's being patient with what's going on around him. There's stuff that's going on. He's healing himself in some of the stuff. He's forgiving himself. He is doing those slowly, patiently, I guess, as well. And I see that I'm seeing that he's admiring you, and he's admiring people, because he's seeing that people are changing, that they're not staying where they belong, they're moving forward. But sometimes the divine feminine, there's trickery going on there, but be patient, and don't allow it to burden who you are when it happens. Just try to catch it. Let spirit teach you what it is. Be patient with yourself as well. But what I'm seeing is that the conclusion he's coming with is, and this came out at the bottom, the protector, the independence, divine healing, union, conclusion. That's the end. That's the end result. And he's having to find his independence, so he has to be patient with himself. He's taking his sweet ass time at this time, but he's healing himself as well. At least that's what I'm getting here. And whatever goes out, he's getting it back. It's coming back to haunt him, like just in things in general. Had to drink my chai tea. Okay, let's go ahead and get 4 cards from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck. We got springtime. Yay! New direction. I don't even know what that is. Do y'all know what that is? Guess it's a scar. Thought it was hair. I don't know. Okay. Of course. We have cycles going on. We have the new earth. We have the badass goddess that we are. We have shadow work. And sometimes in the shadow work, we have to do this stuff. There might still be a little bit that comes up. The past life, defending it. The past loves in our life may be popping up, and we have to clear that out. That's a little bit of shadow work. There's nothing wrong with it, because it seems to be over here as well. The divine masculine is also doing the night vision. The shadow work as well as the growth. And right now with the full moons and the new moons and the karmic cycles and stuff, everything is coming up that we have to deal with. And if you haven't gone through it, you're gonna go through it. But as spring comes up, we have already planted. We've already put the investment in. We are going in a new direction. You see how she's walking all sexy and everything? She is stripped down to nothing, and she is walking toward the sun. She is walking toward the masculine. She is taking one step at a time in a different direction, and she's taking the action now. She is no longer being burdened. But in that, as she moves forward, there might be some little, bumps along the way. But we have to realize that in this new direction, in our investment, in our new life, we can't allow the burdens to come in into our own world. We can't allow it. So if it starts to come in and it starts lowering our vibration, we have to let them go. Because as for me, I can't allow it in my life. I can't allow the negative energy, the bottom energy, the low life energy. If you can't, like I say on my tattoo, if you can't give, I send it out, and if I don't get it in return, I just cut it off. But we're waking up to a renewed way of living. It says mute. Sometimes we need to be quiet. Sometimes we need to sit in what we know, sit in where we are at. Listen to what our intuition says. Sometimes we don't need to say anything. Sometimes we just need to let things fall out. Sometimes we need to relax and just be. Just be in your zero moment. Just be silent. Just be quiet. As we walk into the new direction. You see, in this new direction, she is by herself. She is going forward. She is moving forward. She is leaving so much behind that she doesn't even have a backpack. She's starting a whole new life. Into the spring, she's making her steps. But they said to pull a card from the past, from the Romance Angel deck. So we're going to see what's going on here as well. I had to hunt these cards down because they said there's a couple messages here as well. So the Divine Feminine is moving forward. The Divine Masculine, what I'm saying, he feels that he's stuck. Divine Healing is stepping in. He's making moves, but he's turning them in to start to feel the love. If you see that the shadow work, he's seeing that the work, he's seeing that he's disappointed you. He knows, he is admiring your strength. He is admiring your will. He's admiring how you can still love, is what I'm getting. He's admiring that you can still love him. Well, we're all pushing that. We may be switching that too. That Divine Masculine may just end up being the past love for the Divine Feminine. And that time back then is what it was. But it's going to be, we're stepping into a new direction. What we want and what we need and what we desire are not the same as what we wanted 6 years ago. Just because, and now, if you do start dating and you are dating, you're going to be well equipped. That red flags, if they're flirting with other people, drop them like a bad habit. Because if you don't drop them, you're going to feel the pain. That's why the red flags are there. That's what I've been getting the last few months. Actually last week, that I've been getting that a lot. If you pay attention to before, if you have to lower your vibration for somebody, you're going to feel the hurt. I don't know about y'all, but I am not going down that road again. I may slip and fall, but I'm not going, and people don't like it. I don't give a shit. I know what the cost is for me to skip a red flag. You know, I can hear all day long what you're doing, but I as an observer, I see your actions. I see where you have not tried to change. I say, if I will let you know, or I will drop you, because I'm not playing that game. I'm not, that's a burden, because I know what it's going to cost me to heal the damage if I allow myself to go down that road. Sorry, red flag, not going. And that's where I'm at today. If you don't want to respond to me in a timely manner, I don't have time for it. I don't have time to woe is me anymore. I'm a badass woman, and I've got things to do. I'm heading in a new direction. I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in for spring. I'm being silent on it. I'm going to have good times coming my way. But the new direction, yes, there are burdens and there's suspension. Sometimes we get stuck because we're in a stagnant, or we're thinking about a past love. That we may still have some shadow work to go through. And it will come up, that what you need to clear. But you got to remember, you still are amazing, no matter where you are. The Divine Masculine, he's just as amazing. But right now, he feels stuck, disappointed. He's being admired. I'm thinking he's admiring the Divine Feminine. And he understands the collision. That it's like his power within his Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, they're fighting each other, and it's breaking, and he's having to feel a lot of stuff. Instead of the dark night of the soul, he's stepping into divine healing. He's healing the dark night of the soul, if that makes sense. I'm seeing that he's healing it in a deeper wounds. He's admired how hard you worked, because trust me, he knows he's disappointed you. He knows he's done things to you, and he can't change what he's done. And I think a lot of it's his ego. Well, don't go back, she'll be mad at you. So he keeps testing the waters to see if you're still mad. And in reality, you're not mad at all, because you've already done the work. You just don't have time for that past bullshit. Yeah, I want answers, and you deserve answers. And if you can't if he can't communicate for you, then he's no longer needed. You see what I'm saying? You've grown that much. That's what I'm saying. For the divine masculine to come to you at this moment where you are in your journey, he's going to have to step up his game so much that he's just going to have to. He's going to have to be independent and quit relying on excuses. He's going to have to step up and be the king that you need him to be, or the prince, or whatever. He's going to, the divine masculine that comes to you at this time, he's going to have to show you what love is. Not that you don't know, but yeah, that's the only word I can come up with. Okay, the overall romance angel for this reading is what? What message do they want me to say today? Uh-oh. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay. I knew it. The message here from the romance angels is called forgive and learning. And that's on the divine masculine side. He's going to have to forgive himself. And he's going to have to take a step and start learning how to do things different. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. And I think that's where he's going to have to forgive himself from the disappointments that he has. He's trying to justify so much, but no matter what he does, at least, okay. He is listening to other people and trying to follow things. If he's in a karmic situation, he's just trying to be there for whatever his reasons and excuses are. But he has to learn to forgive himself for making the choices that he makes. But he still has to make the choice. You can't make it for him. The divine feminines are starting to have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Right now, what I'm seeing is, in this new direction, you're going to take that love that you have and you're putting it into your purpose. You're putting it into the way you love life. And you have to remember, this is what came to me last week. I'm telling you, a lot of shits came through. Okay. Besides the red flag. But love. Love is an expression. You can take the love. If you remember how you felt when you were with your divine masculine, that is such an amazing beauty, and your heart expands so much. They want you to take that and move it forward of where you're at, and sometimes they remind you that you can still feel that. Don't close the door. Don't go through the battle of unworthiness. It'll still creep in, that shadow of trying to pull you down, trying like the trickster, the ego. The ego's trying to say, oh, you're not worthy of love, you're not this, and you got to remember that you are, because you're badass, right? And sometimes it'll come in, but you have to remember where you are, and that's what's going on as well at this time. Some shadow work, some trickster. Your ego could be coming in playing games with you. You're trying to oh, I've been lazy today, I'm a loser, I'm so fat, nobody wants me. That's talking bad about yourself. I'm very noticed for it, but but I can heal that by saying, you know what, I am so lovable that I deserve to be loved. And that's where your romantic feelings are coming in. The good times, they're coming. And that's how they want you to live life. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. You have the right to feel. The divine masculines have the right to feel. You have the right to feel. If you feel love for somebody, you feel love for somebody. That is never going to change. Love is love. That is just the purpose of everything. So, but keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectation. Right now, they're asking for everyone to keep an open mind. Keep of what's going on. Have the love as you go through your new phases of life. You're changing directions. Pay attention to listen to what your heart's telling you. Don't listen to your ego, because right now they're going to battle you right now, telling you, and that could be going on for another few more days as well. But it's not going to be as bad, but you just be careful. You may have to do some shadow work on that as well. So, just remember to keep the love heart open and to use that in the new direction where you're going, in the love, in the romance. You know what I'm saying? And the divine masculine, he has to forgive, and he's learning. And he's learning to heal what he's done. He's learning to love more in the present, because that's where you're at. The divine feminine, she's in her present moment now, and stuff does come up. She's on her purpose. She's moving into a new direction. She's changed from who she was 5-6 years ago to who even a year ago, 6 months ago. You're not the same, and if you are, you still got a lot of work to do. But as you've cleared and healed and feel and done all that, you're moving forward, and stuff's gonna come up. That doesn't mean you can't handle it, okay? Because you're moving into a new direction. The divine masculines are stuck because they choose to be there. They have to forgive themselves, and they have to learn how to do that. The conclusion is they need to be patient with themselves, because they're masculine, and they need to become independent thinker. They need to quit listening to what other people keep telling them. There is union coming for some. The divine feminine, there is union coming for some. The divine masculine seeking that. But he feels like he's disappointed you. But he's getting wisdom on it. He's understanding that sometimes things have to end to open up. And it looks like he's trying to open up his own heart. Ice King. I don't know what that is. Here we go again with past life. The key right now for the whole thing is, here we go again, divine feminine, past life. Ice King. The divine masculine may feel like he's cold-hearted, but he's not. People may be telling him like he's ice cold, like he thinks he's like, well, we're fixing to go into the full moon in Leo, and Leo is a lion of strength and courage. And the divine masculine may be going that on the inside. On the inside, that's who they are, but they have not portrayed that on the outside. They've allowed everyone in their world to dictate to them. He's going to have to stand up and be cold as ice. That's what I'm getting. Communication. Let's see. See her on the phone? That's how the world looks now. Boop, 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 boop. Communication. Communication is the key in everything. Communicate with yourself. Communicate with others. The divine masculine needs to communicate with his divine feminine. Will he do it? Who knows? Some of these divine masculines have changed a lot, and they're becoming loyal in who they are. They're standing in their own strength and in their own power at this time. And some of them are learning that their power is just as powerful, and that they have to follow their heart. They have to follow where they're going. They have to get out of the ego. Divine masculine, and they need to take action. But then again, we got a past life here again. Something about past is coming up on a lot of divine feminines. I know for me, that's what's going on as well. And it's not bad or good. Past life could be a past life or this life. A lot of past energy is going on since the full moon. The karmic situations are clearing. The clutter. Communicate. Keep an open mind. Romantic feelings. You may have a past lover that may be trying to step into your dome, but you'll be like, back away. No tear. Not today. Because I mean, if you can just think, that's where your boundaries are. And if you see a red flag, like say they're on a date with someone else and y'all are seeing each other, that's a red flag. I don't know. Just because you see good in somebody does not mean that they are good for you. Don't fall down the trap because the red flags are there beforehand. If I see the good in people, they better not have no red flags. I can't go down that road. I know what the loss will cost me. Or is it worth it? No, raise your vibration to meet me. Basically, is what I tell them. If you want to be in my life, you're going to have to raise your vibration because I'm not going to sit here and raise you. You're going to have to know, energy exchange, what it is I need for me. The divine masculine, the romantic film, the communications. The soulmate may differ from what I expect. I don't expect anything at this point. I'll just be happy if somebody likes me enough to want to be with me. Or wait, that I like them enough to want to be with. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that I made cherry champagne. Well, I have multiple soaps. This is the cherry soap that goes with it. And I have a sugar scrub that goes with it as well. This smells so good. This isn't cherry, this is pomegranate. My bad. I have some orange sugar cubes. This is orange clove. Smells amazing. And I have a soap that goes with it, and I have a lotion that goes with it as well. I have an orange patchouli. And here's the soap that goes with it. I have a lotion that goes with it as well. It smells good too. Okay? I'm going to be posting them in my shop. This is a pear champagne. And this is a pear. This is for the new year. Pear champagne lotion. It's the same scent. And it smells very divine, actually. Really good. And I have sugar scrubs that go with that. I'll be selling that in gifts. This one is this is just by itself. It's like a fire. I've got to find a better yellow because these colors are not turning the yellow I like. I think it has to do with the color. I ordered a new yellow to see. But this is like marshmallow and fire. Like, you know, a campfire. It smells just like that. You know, when you're out in the woods and you need to be earthly. And it has glitter in it. Can y'all see the glitter? I put the glitter in it. That's the top. This one right here is just plain oatmeal, milk, and honey. See the little bee? And this is like the honeycomb. And then it's got like stuff right there. And it's got real oatmeal in it. See? Let me see. Can y'all see that? It's got real oatmeal. Oops. Well, that one doesn't have it. But it's got oatmeal. Can you see the little dark spots? That's the oatmeal I ground it in. And that's just plain soap. That has no coloring in it whatsoever. This is what the color looks like after I make my soap. It has oatmeal, milk, and honey in it. And I have a lotion and a sugar scrub that goes with this as well. Same thing. It has real oatmeal in it, and I grounded it up. And I have more, but I have to get them. And I have orange patchouli. You've seen this soap. And this is and I have a lotion to go with it. I have a cherry champagne that's similar, that looks like this, but it's a little bit redder. This is the pear champagne. These are the soaps that I made for the January release. I know it's in the middle of January. I'll be behind times. I just want to let everyone know I really enjoyed coming back and talking with you. I will try to get back here more often. I have noticed that I needed to get here because there's a lot going on and stuff like that with everybody. But this is also where I'm doing the reading, is also my desk for my business too. So I'm going to work on that as well. So I want y'all to know, if you would like to order this, if you want to know when things are posted and stuff, you're more than welcome. If you have a Facebook account or Instagram, I'm on there as Divine Flame Soaps. You can look there. I have an Etsy shop, Divine Flame Soaps. If you want, you can go there, like my page, and I'll post on there as well. I'm on Instagram with Divine Flame Soaps as well. I just changed it. to Divine Flame. So I meant to open a different page, but I messed up. I'm not really tech savvy. So, I will come on here. I do have soaps. I haven't posted them in my Etsy shop at this time. Because I just haven't. They've been ready for over a week. And last week I made all the lotions. The lotions are fabulous too. They're made with aloe vera juice and stuff. And I've got my little labels here for y'all. Can y'all see? And I made these myself. They're not real fancy or smincy. But for right now, they'll just have to work. See? Orange patchouli sugar scrubs. And I just wanted to let y'all know that those are available. I'm going to do a gift set of, you get, like, say this and then the lotion. And I have 8-ounce ones of these as well. This one is the orange clove. And I have a soap to go with that with. And I have quite a bit of, about 6 or 7 of them. But I have to take pictures of all of them first. And I might just post some that I already have. So I'm trying to do that as well. So thank you all so much for liking and subscribing. And I hope this gets you in the, it gets you in a wonderful day. And get ready for the full moon coming up. We got the total lunar eclipse. This is the last bit of the Leo. It's closing Leo out at 0 degrees as well. So Sunday and Monday are going to be ending of a lot of things, okay? But the next one, just like last year. Let me see. Then we're going to go through the embolic next month. I think. No, yeah. Trying to see. Then we got a new moon in Aquarius. Trying to see if I'll have to look into that. Well, either way, I'll be back. But either way, we're stepping into this new. We're stepping into action. We're walking towards something new right now anyway. Oh, this I'm looking at, I ordered this. I ordered it online. We Moon 2019. Fan in the Flame. That's Bridget. The goddess Bridget. And we got this. Kind of gives you the, like, what season we're going to go through. Embolic, March, Astoria, May, and Gaia with Lilith, Lammas, Mabun. Just depending on where you're at in your own world. I like it. That's the calendar right there. See? Y'all see the calendar? I have a calendar. This is my room. I've been working on it. See my room? It's a mess. That's over there. It's my TV. And then, hi y'all! And then we got that right there. All my ointments. Those are my crystals. I'll let y'all see them. Hi, everybody. This is what I did yesterday. See my crystals? Right there. All of those. Just trying to, I had someone make that for me, so I got that. And so I'm just going to let y'all go right now. Okay? I love y'all so much. Ah, shit.